The workbooks are an assessment tool. Okay, they are used as a learning tool, but that's a spin-off, if you like. But the way they're written and the way they're to be used is really as an assessment tool, which is different to a learning tool. But after saying that, learning does take place. And so it could be on the job and it could be off the job, because there might be something within the workbooks that says, go away and practice doing this, which would be on the job. And it might be go away and research this and find out about it, which would be off the job. So it can be both still.
I can see that a lot of benefits in there for supporting assessors with standardisation, as well as supporting individual learners and getting the employers on board, because the workbook is aimed to give the learner that control. It's written in very simple language, with very clear instruction of what they've got to do and how they've got to use it. It also gives clear identification of how it's covering the standards that they're using. I think it will empower them, I think, to be able to know what it is that they're doing and how they're achieving. I think it will enable, with smarter planning, which these workbooks are enabling, it's going to mean that your completions, you shouldn't have any risk of learners not meeting their programmed end date.
The workbook is addressed to the learner. So when you read through it, it says your assessor will do this with you, your assessor will do that with you. If you notice, the workbook has got a glue spine, and the reason for that is they are designed to come apart. They're not designed to stay as a book, okay? Because you just might want to do exactly that. For instance, in the customer service workbook at the back is the CFA workbook for ERR that you have to do. We've actually printed it and put it in the back of the workbook. So if I was assessing a customer service learner, the first thing I would do is I would rip out that workbook and I'd give it to them and say that's something that you need to be getting on with. Okay. They can put it in their portfolio, yes. BTEC Apprenticeship Assessment Workbooks are designed to empower the learners. They also engage employers, because the employer can clearly see what work the learner has to do for their apprenticeship. Another benefit is that for assessors there's a consistency across the assessment process as they're working. And finally, the workbooks are designed for the assessors to use an holistic approach, which means it avoids duplication of assessment, which is a benefit to the assessor and also to the learner. The BTEC Apprenticeship Assessment Workbooks are available in the following sectors: business administration and customer service, childcare, food and beverage service, food production and cooking, hairdressing, health and social care, hospitality, supervision and leadership. There's also management, retail and team leading. Transport and logistics and other sectors are being developed and are on their way. Please look at the Pearson website for further updates.